Good morning. It is day 26 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and today could potentially be my longest day yet. So last night the rain did come, and it is still here, as you can probably see. But let's hope. See over there, lovely, lovely blue skies. So hopefully it's temporary. But yeah, so it was very windy last night, and then it started to die down, and then the rain came, and it rained pretty constantly for a while. And then it continued to rain into the morning. It's stopped a little bit now, so hopefully it will clear up. But the last time I checked the forecast, said it was going to be just grey all day. So we'll see what the future holds. But as I was packing up for this morning, looking at all the food I have left, turns out I'd miscalculated, and I don't actually have dinner for today. So McDonald's is about 23 miles away, and I'm thinking it would be, McDonald's sounds great right now anyway, but in 23 miles of walking, that sounds pretty rewarding, pretty luxurious. So we'll see. My group have offered me food, which is very nice of them, but some of them were a bit worried about how much food they had, so I don't want to deprive them of food. And also McDonald's versus leftover kind of snacks and oatmeal and things like that, I think I'd prefer the McDonald's. So I might see them. I've left ahead of them. It's about 7 o'clock this morning, so I might bump into them for lunch and stuff. But otherwise the plan is to go to McDonald's, stock up, go back on the campsite, or go back on the trail a little bit, find somewhere to camp for the night, and then the next morning head back in, properly resupply for the next 2 days. Because there's also been some fire closures going into Wrightwood, which is about 30 miles on from Cajun Pass, where I'm getting the McDonald's. So we need to check out what the plan is, how we're getting into Wrightwood. It might be a shorter way in, but yeah, we can plan so that all tomorrow, so that's fine. But yeah, so big adventure today, potentially longest day, 23 miles. We'll see how it goes. I'll catch up in a bit. Well, it turns out that I was right, and the McDonald's was absolutely heavenly after 22 miles. And the day overall was pretty extraordinary, really. It was definitely a day that made the whole phrase that the PCT will make you feel the lowest lows and the highest highs within the same day. It made that phrase make a little bit more sense. So my main anecdote from today is, as I was hiking along, the rain, it felt like it rained for like 80% of the day, and at times the wind was blowing sideways. It was freezing cold, and I didn't get hit by the snow or sleet or hail, but apparently the people behind me did, so pretty intense. But yeah, so I'm walking along, feeling pretty cold, pretty miserable, thinking that a little sweet treat could help perk me up a bit. So I look inside my pocket where I've got my snacks, my little hip belt pocket. My bag is not waterproof, so it turns out that the M&M packet is made out of paper, and the M&Ms have escaped, the bag has disintegrated, and so there's a little puddle of brown, multicoloured water where the M&M sugar coating has come off. And I scoop all the ones that I can out of my hip belt pocket. I kind of switch off my brain for a bit, forget about the cold, and just walk trudgingly slowly across this ridge with the wind blowing sideways, going one by one, trying to piece the M&Ms out of this paper bag that doesn't exist anymore. And so that was nice, because I'd switched my brain off, just carried on. But by the time I'd finished the M&Ms, I realised I was walking along a ridge where the wind had picked up, and I was actually now very cold. So then I kind of had to go a bit faster to warm up. So pretty miserable. But then a few minutes after that, the rain cleared and the sun came out, and the amount of euphoria that I felt just about a little bit of sunshine was not at all relative to how warm it was. It was still quite cold, but it was still pretty special. And then a few minutes after that, I go up this big hill, and suddenly there are these amazing views of this mountainscape with the clouds flying over the top, big trains for some reason going through, and it was honestly just kind of mind-blowing in the moment. So I ended up kind of skipping gleefully down the hillside with the sun still out, just because it was sunny and warm and the views were great. It was pretty wild.
It did rain a little bit later on as well, but by that point I was about half a mile from the McDonald's, so nothing could shake my happiness. And it also turns out that everyone caught up with me, so because they had a miserable time as well, so Scales and Jumpscare were walking together, only planned to do about 17 miles, but they got to that point, it was freezing, and they thought, fine, we're just going to go all the way. So I also got to go with them to Subway after I had McDonald's, which was also glorious, so I had all the food. And we're now staying in a hotel in Cajon Pass, which is fun. And we're going to be planning tomorrow morning. I'm currently stood outside, or right next to the laundry, which is just a washing machine and a tumble dryer on the balcony of our hotel. So apologies for any background noise, but that's where we are. We will likely be heading into Wrightwood tomorrow, but depends on what our plans end up being, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, an amazing day today. Just one of those days that you can only get on the PCT. Pretty eye-opening. Just, yeah, good times all round. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow.